Hi everyone, John here. Welcome along to another video. Today we're going to be having a look at some B.B. King. This is from a video he did. It's an excerpt from a teaching video he did some years ago, and there's a little thing on YouTube which is phrasing in G, where B.B. just gives some examples of playing a blues in G, but there's some great ideas here. It's not too tricky, you probably can see what's going on, but I just thought I'd break it down just in case you didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bit of the video and then I'll play the phrase and we'll talk about what he's thinking about. Okay, here we go. So this one, we're in a blues in G, and you're just, what he's doing there is just playing that bit of the pentatonic scale, D to G, and then you're going up to that G on the 8th fret. And he doesn't slide. He's just playing that. It's a nice phrase. So now, in the video, the interviewer is playing a C chord, C9 chord. And what B.B. does there is he bends this 8th fret on high E with his one finger. Let down again to the 8th fret. And you're bending that one up to the 10th fret, you see, that's a D note. And then he's playing that 11 here on the G, on the B, just a half step. Then comes back to this G note again on the 8th fret of the B. And this is this B.B. box, it's shape 3 of the major pentatonic scale. And that's that phrase. And he bends that one up quite slowly. So this one, we're back in position 1 of G, but this time he's mixing minor pentatonic. That's all minor, and then that note there is a B note, which is from the major pentatonic scale. Okay, so this one, he's on the 5 chord on the D7, and he's bending this E note on the 12th fret really to that F sharp note for the D. Let down, repick again. That's a D there on the 10th fret. A little half step bend on that C note here on the 13th fret, and then back to the 10th fret. This is a cool one when he goes back to the 4 chord, the C chord, bending that 10th fret up to the E note. That's a D going to E. And then once you've let that down, go back to 8 here on the high E. And then 11, that's the flat 7. In C, there's a C, there's a flat 7, that's the 6, and that's the 5th, so flat 7th, 6, and 5th. So this one in the turnaround is quite nice. He's starting on that major 3rd again, that B note for the G, then hits the root on the high E, and then he finishes with this idea. So this is starting on the E note, and then the 3rd and 5th fret on the high E, and then up to that third again. That's the same as that note, but higher up. And then he finishes on that, on the D, which is the fifth for G. Now he's spicing things up a bit here. You're starting on this third fret on the B, and then a little kind of curl up on that 8th fret here. Sorry, 6th fret on the high E. Let down, back to 3. 6 to 3 on the B. That's pentatonic. And then minor pentatonic on that 5th fret. 3 on the G, which is the minor pentatonic. Then into the major. Then that 4th fret here on the G, and then finally finishing on the 5th. Now this one's cool, still in the BB box you could say, on that 8th fret. What you're doing here is bending up this 10th fret on the high E. This is a D bending to an E. Let down. Then after you've released that bend down, you bend that 8th fret back up to the D note. Let down again to the 10th fret, then play 11 here on the B. And then you're once you've played that 11th fret, come back to 10 on the B here. And then a quick hammer on and pull off from 8 on the B to 10, pull off the 8. And then 9 on the G to 8 on the B. And then to finish off that idea, back to the 9 on the G, 10 on the D, 10 on the A, and then you're finishing on this B flat note, which is the 8th fret here on the D. Really nice phrase, this one, kind of G major and minor pentatonic. You're starting on this 6th fret on the high E, going to the major third, the B again, 3 on the high E, 3 on the B, and then you're rolling your finger 5 on the G, 5 on the D, that's minor pentatonic. Then into major pentatonic, you're hammering on that 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the G. And then 5 on the D, 5 here on the A, that's minor pentatonic. And then this note, minor pentatonic 3rd on the A to that B note again. There's a B, there's another B, there's the B, it's the major 3rd. And then you're sliding into that G note on the 5th fret of the D, and then he finishes the idea. He likes to do that a lot, that major 3rd again, that B, to the D, finishing on the D. He likes finishing on the D. Nice phrase though. So this one, G major pentatonic on the 8th fret. So you're playing 8 on the B. Slide from 10 to 12 on the B. 10 on the high E. 12 on the high E. and then bend this note up to the kind of slightly sharp, isn't it? Maybe in between the F sharp and the F. And then 10 on the high E. And then you're bending this note here back into the B. So this is the 11th fret, this is the B flat into the B. And then this G note on the 12th fret of the G. And then 12th fret on the G, 11 on the G. And then you're going D, D flat to the C. That's a nice move. That's kind of the blues scale in C. Okay, nice kind of idea here. Now we've kind of got like a, you could think of this as a C arpeggio. So this is 10 here on the D, 9 on the G, 8 on the B, and then 10 on the B. And you're kind of doing one downstroke with an upstroke. Okay. That's 12 on the B, 10 on the high E, 12 on the high E, and then you play a rake on the 15th fret on the high E here, slide off, and then we have, so this is where we're bending this A note on the 10th fret, up a whole step, let down, pull off to 8 on the B, 9 on the G to there, alright, on the 8th fret on the B. So this is the end bit he does. This is 6 on the B, 3 on the high E, and then he goes down to the major pentatonic there, so minor, and then back into minor again. That's 3 on the B, 5 on the G, sorry, and then he just this little curl, so there's the minor third into the major third for the minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, and then that 5 here on the D, 5 on the A, 3 sliding back to that major pentatonic shape, the B again, and then he finishes it with this idea. This is where you're just walking up 3, 4, 5, then you play a D7 chord. So there we are, some really nice phrases there, isn't there? Take what you can from that and see if you can apply it into your own playing. Thanks so much for watching. Do remember to subscribe if you can. Check out my Facebook Blues group if you can. I'll put all the links below, and the licks courses which I've done too, I'll put all the links down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.